Hi, I'm Nolan Shad, and I'm going to be talking to you about a book I read recently called The Mists of Avalon, and it's by Marion Zimmer Bradley. So what this book is it's a fantasy slash adventure novel, and it's the Arthurian legend, but it's the Arthurian legend with a little twist this time. It's told from the point of view of the various female characters throughout the book instead of the men. So, there's still the standard cast of characters. There's Arthur, there's Lancelot, there's Kai, Gawain, Gareth, Margaux, Lot, Morgan, Vivian, Aegrin, and the like. All those characters are still players, they're still the Merlin. But instead, it's shifted from the male point of view to the female point of view. So, in the standard Arthurian legend, you find, the main plot points to be the defense of England from the Saxons or the quest for the Grail. But instead, Zimmer Bradley has kind of flip-flopped that, so that they take a sort of backtrack to the events in the females' lives like Morgan's, conflict with fate. Does she want to be the priestess of Avalon? Does she want to be her own independent woman? Or Guinevere's struggle to, rule a Christian kingdom filled with pagans. And it's really interesting what Zimmer Bradley does, because she still captures the essence of the epic novel. Like, the story feels very big, very grandiose, but it's told from a point of view that at this point of time wouldn't have really been even considered. So if I had to recommend this book to a person, I would say it would be for a person who likes the fantasy genre, so anyone who likes Lord of the Rings, maybe even Harry Potter, because it does deal with some magic, or something like Aragon, but also someone who likes really strong female characters, because that is really what this book is about. So, like I said, Zimmer Bradley does, she kind of creates, what she does a really good job of is she puts you in the time and place that these events are, taking place, like, the 800s or whatever, just the Dark Ages, but she also, does a good job setting up female conflict. So I'm going to read you this little excerpt. Even before she rose from her bed, Guinevere could feel the bright sunlight through the bed curtains. Summer is here. And then Beltane, the very fullness of pagandom. She was sure that many of her serving men and women would be slipping away from the court tonight, when the Beltane fires were lighted on Dragon Island in honor of their goddess, there to lie in the fields. Some of them, no doubt, to come home again with their wombs quickened with the child of the god. And I, a Christian wife, cannot bear a son to my own dear lord. So as you can see, like, the first thing that I notice is that Zimmer Bradley decided to use the Welsh spelling of the name Guinevere. Just, it kind of ages the book a little bit, makes it feel older. And then it talks about Beltane, which I had to look up. It was an old pagan festival where they would light bonfires and make children. And so, and then she talks about Dragon Island too, which is where Uther Pendragon was crowned and where Arthur was crowned. So she just does a really good job of connecting lots of plot points and making the book, feel like an old epic novel that it was based off of. And like I said, there's all the conflicts. There's the Christian pagan conflict, and then, Guinevere trying to live up to Arthur's expectations and bear a child. So it's all worked in masterfully together. I'd have to give the book a 4.5 out of 5, because even though it is really good and there's lots of good plot details that, are exciting and it's quick to read, it does get a little bit long-winded just due to the nature of what this book is. Thanks.